In a tiny cottage in Laguna Beach, California, Kerry Swank has had visions of angels, visions she's recreated in the form of photographs that now hang in the Vatican.
The inspiration came through prayer. I was in bed praying, doing my morning prayer. And at the time, I was thanking God for giving me the vision to understand light. I had become a very successful black and white portrait photographer on the West Coast. And it had afforded me a very good living. When in the prayer I heard God speak to me, "Child, I need you to photograph images of angels." I didn't quite understand in the beginning, but we are called on by God to spread the message of salvation of Jesus Christ. And that is what these messengers, these images do. They bring people a visual view to understand that God exists and He sends these angels, His messengers, to take care of us. And this is a gift to us. In the beginning, after I was called on to create these images, I would have visions in my dreams. I would see and remember these visions of these images, in especially freedom was certainly one. And I didn't know the impact of freedom would have, because I photographed freedom basically 6 months prior to 9/11. So when 9/11 occurred, I was asked if freedom could be gifted to the Pentagon, and my agent asked me, and I said, of course. It was chosen, and Donald Rumsfeld sent me a very kind letter and thanked me for it. But it was chosen to represent 9/11 and to heal us from the pain. It was also chosen by children of this nation as their favorite art piece in the Pentagon. I have a dear friend of mine that is connected to Dr. Jolly, and Dr. Jolly is connected to the Vatican. And he had heard about me, and finally we sat down. He looked at me and he said, "Your work is going to be received by the Vatican, going to Pope Francis." So I went home and chose 4 pieces. Dr. Jolly took Divine Presence and Serenity and shipped them to His Holiness, Pope Francis. And then I received a very kind letter and was told that His Holiness, Pope Francis, is praying for me in this project. And that's the biggest blessing that God could ever have given me. And then this year, 2015, I was again asked for another piece. And in this case, it was freedom. And freedom was appropriate because it's a memory of His Holiness' trip to the 3 states that represents 9/11 and Ground Zero. It would only be appropriate that His Holiness should have this, and I hope that they hang it somewhere in the Vatican where people can see it, and especially the millions of Americans that come to the Vatican. I think it would bring them great healing. The love that I see surrounding these images and the feeling that people get when they're given just a card with an image on it is much more rewarding than anything I could ever be given here on earth. No amount of money could ever give you that. What I get is God's love, and I get to spread God's love every day. That's what life should be.